Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Thanks for joining the live chat session. Four news stories for you today. Two from Ethiopia and two from Somalia and Eritrea. Let me welcome the participants first. Klaus New, always the first one. How are you, Klaus New? Hope you're doing fine. Secondly, we have Samuel Faleke says greetings. Samuel, also a regular viewer, stays in touch with me, shares lots of things with me. We don't agree on lots of things, but he keeps me updated about what he is following. Burji Siyama here too. Sam says hi. Drum says hi. Selena says good evening. A new name, a new viewer or new follower of live chats, it seems. Nahom Architect says, good evening, Sajid. Nahom, are you an architect or is it just a screen name? Haptamo Verko says, hi, Sajid, good evening. Yaregal Ayale says, hello. Selena says, good to hear from you. Aganeo. The name is Aganeo. Dan E. Mooney is here, says. I have not seen Mooney so far. Korko Dang says, good evening. Can you explain for us on the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan? What do you learn about the border? Is it really relevant or just you want me to divert my attention from the Horn of Africa to some other place? Kasahun Amare says, hi. Fano Mountain Line says, shalom. Zaikar Naik says, salam, Mr. Sari, you're the best. Thank you, Zaikar. I am just a student. Uh, Nahom says, I use my work email for YouTube. Oh, it means that you are in this, your area of work is about architecture, it means. Hi, Leom Z. JX Ferenge joined too. JX Ferenge is a member. The first member who joined today is JX Ferenge. How are you, JX Ferenge? Uh, Selena says, how do you get those news? It's amazing. Well, because I take it as my profession. I work all day. It's not a part-time job for me. YouTube channel is not a part-time job for me. It's a full-time job. All day I keep myself and viewers updated. Caddy fan says, hi. Goracha Bati says, you got to give it to Abi. Each time he fights for Ethiopia, he uses only one hand because his other hand is busy trying to keep away few Ethiopians fighting him. Teresa Bayisa says, the best man ever. Khalil Gudal says, good evening. Darn, I'm representing Mooney. No, did you ask Mooney? Did he ask you to represent him? Engisham Photo says, hi, says, good evening. Good morning from Canada. Are you Engisham Photo? Korkor says, no, I heard that Pakistan attacked Afghanistan this morning. I don't know. I don't follow much about Pakistani affairs. Escol, I saw a video of kids imitating Fano fighters and it made me feel sad for our future. Gabriel Carlos says, hi. Ismail says, Sajid, are you Muslim? Yes, I am Muslim. I told you I'm fasting. People know I'm from Pakistan. Yes, I'm a Muslim. Guracha is appreciating Abi. Well, compare today's Ethiopia and Ethiopia pre-2018 Ethiopia. If you think Ethiopia is a better place, safer place, more prosperous country, more developed, more respect for fundamental rights, then you can say that Abiy is achieving his objectives. Otherwise, what type of credit do you want to give to Abiy? What happened in Gondar? I'll come to that after a few minutes. Hallave Haji says, Hi Sajid, why you are the supporter of Israel and you denied Gaza genocide? Are you Jewish? I'm a Muslim, but I am not a blind follower and supporter of narratives being launched. Uh, I covered the Gaza Israel war when it broke out. Uh, it was Hamas which launched attack on Israel controlled settlements. That was the start of this ongoing conflict. So Hamas knew that Israel would strike back. Israel, greater force, militarily, obviously, it would inflict more losses on Hamas, on the people of Gaza. I condemn civilian killings in Gaza. Yes, more civilians died in Gaza than in Israel. But don't just expect that I would support Hamas or Gaza just because I'm a Muslim, just because Israelis are Jews. I don't think like that. I think if Hamas knew that Israel would strike back, Hamas should have avoided. They started the war. Now they are suffering. People are suffering as well. And by the way, you should ask this question from neighboring countries, Muslim countries. Where is Jordan? Jordan shares a long border with Israel. Where is Saudi Arabia? Where is UAE? Where is Egypt? Those who are directly connected with this conflict are not doing anything. And people expect that the countries from Africa, from Asia, people from these countries, just because they are Muslims, they'll do something for Palestinians, for the people of Gaza. Nothing will happen. It's an issue of the Middle Eastern countries which can resolve it by force, by dialogue, whatever the role, the means they want to adopt. But just take any position on the basis of religious affiliation. It's not right, I think. Eskol says, Sajid, do you believe the conflict in Israel will ever end? Well, it has been ongoing for decades, and no. Uh, Trump gave a solution. That solution was rejected. He supported two-state solution, but that solution uh, proposed a Palestinian state divided into Gaza and West Bank between the two Israel. That solution was rejected. Difficult to say. So many players are involved now. Americans directly involved. Entire Arab world involved too. Turkey as well. Iranians too. Uh, so Russians involved to some extent as well. When there are so many players, obviously the solution can only be found if all are taken on board. That is why it is difficult to find a solution. Girme says your presentation is very tedious because you are bothering by many nonsense topics. And that is what you said, I think, in a live chat a few days ago, too. Which topics did you find bothersome, nonsense? Four news stories. Was first one is from Gondar. First attack by Fano fighters in days near Gondar city. Details for you in this live chat. Secondly, uh, what is CBE doing? Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. It's just hilarious what top Ethiopian financial institution is doing. It is trying to cover up what happened on the night between Friday and Saturday. At the same time, it is trying to recover billions of dollars. Thirdly, Somalia Hassan Sheikh returned from Eritrea today. He spoke for a few minutes when he was in Somalia, spoke to a journalist. What did he say? What was the agenda of his visit? And lastly, Hiran zone of Somalia, where we are seeing clashes. Hiran zone seems to be splitting with Hirsha Valley, a regional state. Second city was taken over by Hiran zone militia members in Hiran today. Alex Awake says, Sajid, your update about medical in connection about Fano endangered civilian. Why? I mean, some other viewers commented that too. How am I endangering Amhara civilians in medical by reporting an attack by Amhara groups on a police station? It happened in Bolonwara. I confirm that it happened. Shouldn't I report about attacks on police stations? I am not making up anything. It happened. Those who attacked the police station, they should be careful. They are endangering, if it is happening, they are endangering the lives of people there. They attacked a police station. Shouldn't I report? No, Yini, you are right on time. Free society says, don't react to haters. We all know you are the most neutral and reliable news source. I don't call them haters, by the way. Sometimes they're misled. So there is so much propaganda in news media that sometimes people are fed lies, propaganda. So they are brainwashed, they are misled, they blindly propagate narratives. I try to correct them. I try to explain myself. I try to clarify because I want people uh, to be correctly updated, not misled. That is what my job is. Otherwise, if people criticize me, it does not make any difference. If they write hateful comments, obviously it does not affect me. But I think that I should correct them where I think they are misled. Uh, it's up to them to accept my clarification or not. Alim joined too, another member. Warm welcome to you, Alim. Shafo, well joined too. How are you, Shafo? Shafo is also a member. Abtamu says, what is your source of information? Because you do not speak Amharic. Come on, you don't need to speak Amharic to be well acquainted or to familiarize yourself with Ethiopian politics, Eritrean politics. And you people help me. Right now, you're writing in English. Your comments are in English, not in Amharic. So there are people who communicate with me. They know English language. There are tens of thousands. Mesfin Kibru says, hi. My life is asking about Gondar. Colonel Demak Ziyadus colluding with Isaias. Let's see, too early. Now, Johnny B joined. He's calling Mr. Fake News paid stooge from UAE. You are one of those cheap propagandists. Viva Eritrea, viva Isaias. You see, now today I got a new financer, and that is UA. Take him, join to how you take him. Let me start with yours. Eritrea, Pearl of Red Sea says your sources about Hassan Sheikh's visit were terribly wrong. As if Hassan Sheikh has clarified, as if Isas Work has clarified what was the agenda of the visit. I share my analysis. I think still I maintain what I said. Zabi joined you after some time. Zabi is he's been watching Mayoza news for years since the start, I think, but he has been missing lately. How are you, Zabi? He's been very critical of me, but lately I think he has toned down a little. Let me start with yours. Fano fighters entered a town close to Gondar. This is first attack by Fano fighters near Gondar city in weeks, if not months. And I told you yesterday in live chat that North Gondar Fano groups were activating themselves. They don't want to be seen as dormant, as in secret pact with the government. That is why some North Gondar Fano groups are now attacking Ethiopian military. It is happening both to the north and south of Gondar city. You'll see more such attacks. And by the way, government's decision to make uh, progress for the resolution of deadlock over Volkite could also activate Fano groups, maybe North Gondar Fano groups, maybe against the government, but still too early to say. We're waiting for Damak. Zadu, he's silent. He is not saying anything. Fano fighters entered Dambia, Kola, Dibba today. Confirmed there was fighting. Military had to withdraw. Fano fighters captured police station. They captured government buildings. They were all over Kola Dibba, Dambia today, reportedly confirmed to us. Kola Dibba is not very far away from Gondar. It would be around 20 to 30 kilometers away from Gondar city, situated to the south of Gondar. If you remember, last year, uh, Ethiopian military chief was trapped near Gondar. He was attending a military gathering there, and Fano fighters and locals surrounded the venue. Jula, Berhano Jula, had to be evacuated by helicopter from the place. It happened near Koradib, I remember. So, Fano fighters back then, with the support of locals, surrounded the area where Jula was attending a military gathering. Jula had to flee by air. North Gondar Fano groups activating, and you'll see more attacks by North Gondar Fano groups around Gondar city in coming days. I have received information from Gondar city. A man contacted me yesterday. I'll share that tomorrow. What is happening in Gondar is alarming. I am verifying what has been shared with me, and hopefully tomorrow I'll make a video about that. So far, Fano groups gradually moving towards Gondar city, carrying out attacks in areas to the north and south of Gondar city. My life says, Sajid, you will never get the right reason why any diplomat or leader visit Eritrea. I can assure the tyrant will not talk about development and peace. Abdi Muhammad, I read your comments, Abdi. You also write very critical comments. And he's saying that you ignore the history, that is why you are misled. Let's see who is misled. Uh, Wait. Gurracha says, encourage your viewers to spread love and not hate. Well, I wouldn't say spread love. Perhaps that is not the right advice. But we shouldn't be part of spreading any propaganda. All of us. We should not share unverified information. This is what leads to hatred. We should not generalize. Oromos are like this, Amharas like that, Tigrayans like this. Tigrayans are superior. Amharas know how to fight. Oromos are brilliant fighters. This generalization is not good. Muslims like this, Orthodox Christians like that. We should not generalize. There are good and bad people in all walks of life, and no one is born superior to others. We're born equal, but then our conditioning, the conditions around us make what we are. That is what I say. We should not spread hate. We should not be part of spreading any propaganda. Ye Forte, Sajid, do you believe the TDF incoming assault in Western Tigray? Well, Ali Raj joined too. I have been hearing these rumors for the last 2 to 3 days. And these rumors are being spread by groups in the Amhara region mainly. Why? Because they're not happy with the meeting between Araga Kabede and Getachew, and they think that IDPs are going to start uh, returning to Volkai Thumanasek, and then maybe the temporary administration in Volkai is going to be dismantled. And that is why they are spreading these messages that Tigray forces are going to take over Volkai. It won't happen, by the way. Federal government has made it clear that neither Tigray nor Amhara forces will be deployed, will be allowed to remain in Volkai, Merasak, and the Koram Elam. Only federal forces will be here. IDPs will return. Administrators will be elected. Referendum will be held. Very simple. So I don't think that Tigray will make this mistake. Tigray wants federal government to take control of Raya Volkayet, push Amhara forces out of Raya Volkayet, and then maybe later hand over that to Tigray. Tigray does not want to involve itself directly into Volkayet or Raya, I think. Magnetism says hi. Shafo says, can Tigray afford war right now? No, definitely no, Shafo. How can Tigray afford a war at this point of time while Tigray is devastated? I read a video this morning. Companies in Tigray has written to the federal government. They want their loans to be waived off. They want interest on loans to be cancelled by the federal government. They want new loans, no jobs in Tigray, people fleeing, still aid shortage, drought persisting, famine-like conditions, partial restoration of educational healthcare services. Don't know what is going to be the future of TPLF. Don't know when the election will be held in Tigray. When will IDP return? When will the decision be made about Volkayat? So many issues in Tigray. How can Tigray? And now Tigray seems to be alone on its position about border with Eritrea. Eritrea says its military is not in Tigray. Its military is in Eritrea. Tigray says territory is under occupation by Eritrea. Federal government seems to be taking a pro-Eritrea position. International community is silent. Tigray alone. How can Tigray afford a war? I don't think so. That Tigray can afford a war at this point of time. Ye Forte says, I want peace in Tigray. Everyone wants peace. in Tigray, in Amhara, Afar, in entire Ethiopia. Our second news story about Commercial Bank of Ethiopia on Friday night, Saturday morning. Commercial Bank of Ethiopia (CBE) lost billions of birds. Was it a glitch, a cyber attack, a security breach, whatever was the case? But people were able to, thank you, Shafo. People were able to make money transfers exceeding their account balance. And students from different universities made money. They withdrew money too from ATMs while they had no money in their accounts. Thousands of money transfers happened, around 25,000. Though uh, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia is silent about the loss it suffered. It has not shared any details. Yesterday, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, National Bank of Ethiopia, both rejected the reports that the bank had suffered losses or there was a security breach. National Bank of Ethiopia said that it was just a maintenance and upgradation of the services that led to disruption of banking service. Because on Saturday, banking service got suspended. All Commercial Bank of Ethiopia branches, their online banking, ATMs, all were suspended. They were restored later, but during 6 hour period, CBE lost billions of birds. Now, CBE has formed a task force. It wants recovery. It is threatening those who withdrew money, who transferred money illegally, obviously. And CBE is getting the money back to. CBE is trying to hide this issue, trying to cover up the issue, but nothing happened. But it was a major setback to the security mechanism put in place to protect CBE's financial transfers, financial dealings. Both CBE and National Bank, they want to protect their repute. That is why they're not disclosing the true picture. How much loss was suffered by CBE, not clear, but most sources say CBE suffered a loss of more than 2 billion birds in just 6 hours. IMF mission about to visit Ethiopia, and top Ethiopian financial institutions are so weak, so vulnerable that within hours they can lose billions of birds. Let's see, will CB get the money back or not? Reportedly, arrests are being made. Universities telling students to return money. Come on, I am Oromo, not Ethiopia. Don't write the same word again and again. You're writing, I am Oromo, not Ethiopian. This is what your screen name is. Don't need to write that again and again. Nahom says, Saji, do you think it's an inside job, a sabotage? I don't know, because honestly, I have not conducted any analysis and investigation into such matters. So I'm not aware of how it happened. But it was a major incident. Uh, it had it created international shock waves. Let's see how CB recovers the losses. A says, leave Tigray alone, leave Somalia alone, leave Afar alone. And he's not leaving my vision news alone. Very generous of him. JX Ferengue says, I almost don't understand the almost official two-tier Burr rate. Yeah, uh, Burr has lost its value. Open market rate 57 Burr for $1, black market 121. You're right. Uh, Government not devaluing Burr. Why? I think government will devalue it at some point when IMF will pressurize the government. IMF won't give any bailout package to Ethiopia. If Ethiopia does not devalue the Burr like Egypt did. Egypt has got a few, Egypt has acquired a few $1 billion from the IMF, but before that, Egypt had to devalue its pound. Same will happen in Ethiopia too. I think in coming weeks, we could see devaluation of Burr and then IMF could announce a bailout package. Yemaskan says, Sajid, in your guess, how many fighters do Fano groups have? Difficult to give you exact number. I would say tens of thousands. I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. Because tens of thousands of ASF members joined Fano. I know that. And Fano groups are regularly, continuously recruiting youths. So Fano groups are getting bigger. New units being formed, new brigades being formed. Fano groups getting bigger with every passing day. It's difficult to give you exact estimate, but I would say tens of thousands. Now, his third news story from Somalia. Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh is back home. Uh, 2 day visit. He arrived in Asmara yesterday. Issa Sawaki took him for a walk. He was seen having coffee with Issa Sawaki at an open cafe. The two were seen strolling along the streets of Asmara. And Hassan Sheikh gave a short talk there. He talked to a journalist for a few minutes. Uh, I think he indirectly confirmed what I said. I said yesterday, if you remember, I said that the main agenda of Hassan Sheikh Issa working meeting is about Somalia. It's not about Ethiopia. It's not about regional issues. It is about the internal issues in Somalia, like Turkey-Somalia agreement, like fight against Al-Shabaab, like deployment of forces, new African forces after the withdrawal of African Union troops by the end of this year. When Hassan Sheikh spoke in Asmara to an Eritrean journalist, he said that he was in Asmara to brief Isas Worki about the fight against extremists Al-Shabaab. And he said that he wanted to learn from Isas Worki's experience of nation building, as the man has vast experience of nation building and experience in security sector as well. Obviously, regional issues were also discussed, but this visit was about internal situation in Somalia. Eritrea wants to be a major player in Somalia. Eritrea not happy with some developments in Somalia. Other countries are taking advantage of Somalia, uh, like Turkey, I would say. They have signed some agreements with Somalia. Eritrea is getting nothing. It is training Somalia's navy, air force, and in return, getting almost nothing. While Turkey has acquired 30%, of the Somalia's maritime resources. I personally think that Isas Sawaki wants to be a major player in Somalia, but he does not want to operate for free. Let's wait. We'll have to dig deep into what happened between Isas Sawaki and Hassan Sheikh. Rumors being spread that Isas Sawaki demanded something, but I won't spread any rumors. Let's wait. But again, I would say agenda was about internal issues of Somalia. Not main agenda point was not Ethiopia, Somaliland, Amman. Alex Awake is talking about a victory claimed by ENDF. I'll make a video on that tomorrow. I was planning to speak on that today. I could not. Tomorrow I'll do a video on that. Ablal Yibra says, "What is nation building?" Well, that should be answered by Hassan Sheikh. By the way, let me tell one thing. Uh, Eritreans are very patriotic people. They unite, by the way. They keep the differences aside. Uh, yes, there are opposition groups too in Eritrea, not in Eritrea, abroad. But to say that these opposition groups will align with the foreigners in case of attack on Eritrea, hard to believe that. Diaspora organizations, different diaspora organizations, they'll unite once they see a real threat to Eritrea. They're very patriotic people because they fought. They think their freedom, their independence was achieved after sacrifices, and they want to protect it. Their patriotism is sometimes used by Sasawaki's government as a tool of binding them to this system which is not delivering, especially those living abroad. They love their country, they are very patriotic. That is why they back ISAS support and PFD. Otherwise, they know that the government is not delivering, that situation, people's lives are not improving. Since they love their country, they love their people, that is why they support the government. Yes, I think that Eritreans are more patriotic than some other uh, nations in this region. Darn, he says, Isaias is asking 30% share of everything under Somalia waters. I don't know. Uh, I think Eritrea does not have the capability to extract oil and gas. So I don't think Isaias work is making this demand. Turkey has huge experience of drilling for oil and gas, drilling for years in the Mediterranean Sea. If Turkey has struck a deal, it makes sense. Eritrea demanding a share in Somali underwater resource, it does not make sense for me. I think. Maesao Casa says, Sajid, your beard grows fast and you are more handsome when you shave it and dye your hair. Well, it becomes difficult for me, honest, to shave on daily basis. I cannot shave daily. When it comes to dyeing my hair, I think I should be natural. I like to look natural. Just dyeing your hair after every few days, it does not make me feel young, by the way. I feel young when I think I am physically fit. when I think I can run, I can do workouts. That keeps me feeling that I'm young, I'm healthy. Dyeing my hair or shaving my beard does not make me feel young, by the way. Lam Tespa says younger second wife will do. No. Or third. No. Marriage after 40, around 50, second marriage. I am not in favor of that, I think. It is a burden than a luxury, I think. Lastly, viewers, Hiran zone of Somalia, which is close to Ethiopian border. Did a video on that this morning. The zonal local militia captured second city in Hiran today. They captured Baladevan a few days ago when there was fighting between Hirshabelle regional forces and Hiran local militia members. And then today they captured Bolo Barte, another key city in Hiran. It seems that Hiran local militia members are going to announce independence from Hirshabelle regional state. So a new conflict is unfolding on Ethiopian border. Djibouti stops withdrew, and after that we saw start of this conflict. The conflict is uh, ethnic to some extent. Militias are from two clans reportedly fighting in Hiran zone. Somalia has so many challenges to overcome. Its military not very compact, very organized, and catalyzed. Region versus federation versus federal government relations, not very ideal. Farmajo back in the country opposing new constitutional amendments. Uh, Hassan Sheikh is not in a position to form ties with neighboring countries on equal footing. Four visits from Hassan Sheikh of Asmara so far since he came to power. Four or five. Isasa did not reciprocate. And president did not visit Somalia. Why? Because the relations are not on equal footing. So Somalia has a lot to attend to. It will take time for Somalia to build a country if the direction is right. But every day we hear about new issues cropping up. Ethiopia, Somali land MOU, still unresolved issue. Government's desire to introduce reforms, constitutional amendments, unresolved issue. Heran zone, where a new conflict is unfolding near Ethiopian border. JX Faranga says, second or third wife is okay if you want. I don't want that. Sajid needs to bring back Sarah. Yemaskan says, Sarah will be back. She is busy with her assessments. Her assessments will end tomorrow. After that, she'll join. 46 minutes have passed, viewers. We covered four topics in today's live chat. We talked about Fano's advance towards Gondar city, North Gondar Fano groups reactivating themselves. Secondly, we talked about the hilarious moves by commercial bank of Ethiopia trying to recover billions of birr loss, the same time denying any security breach. Thirdly, we talked about yes, you are late today, Johannes. I'm going to leave. Thirdly, we talked about Hassan Sheikh visit of Smara. He's back home. The visit was purely about Somalia's internal issues. Eritrea wants a greater role in Somalia. Fourthly, a conflict unfolding in Somalia on Ethiopian border where local militia has captured two cities in the last 3 to 4 days. Hiran zone seems to be splitting with Hirsha Ballet regional state. Thank you for watching. Always good to be with you in live chat sessions. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.